We'll be live.
Finally, I got to see Black Panther. What up, everyone? This is Chris, and welcome to another one of my movie reviews. And yeah, tonight I'm talking about Black Panther movie I've been really wanting to see. And it's only Saturday, but the movie, it came out obviously this weekend on Thursday. I would have seen it Thursday, but my dad, he wanted to see it with me, and he had to work. I couldn't see it then. I couldn't see it on Friday because of my job, had to work. And then I finally got to some free time and I got to see the movie tonight. It was either see that or watch NBA All Star Saturday night. In the end, I'm super glad I chose this movie. You can always just DVR NBA All Star Saturday night. And man, the hype for this movie has just been unreal. Even though Black Panther has been such a cool character in the comics, I never thought I'd see the day where a Black Panther movie just got so much hype from the public and movie buffs, comics. Everyone feels like they're coming together to just be behind this movie, and for good reason, because it's just been looking super dope, this movie. And coming out of it, I've been super hyped, came out and saw it, and all I have to say is just bravo to everyone who was involved with this movie, because this movie delivers in every way I think people were just hoping for. I mean, it's the MCU, man, Marvel Cinematic Universe. They always deliver. But for this movie, it's just there's just certain aspects you gotta get right with a Black Panther movie. And they just nail it on pretty much anything, everything you could ask for. When it came to a great story, great characters, the direction, the performances, everything, the action, whatever you could have, the score, the cinematography, the look, all of it's right there, man. It just all comes together for just a really good experience and just such an important movie this is. You're talking about a movie that this is just the first super big superhero blockbuster with a primary black cast. To see how much care went into this movie, all the way it hit a home run with all those aspects I was talking about, is just really something special to watch. And something and two things all that stuff I'm talking about is what makes the movie great overall. It just really delivers on all those aspects. Two things really stood out to me. One, I really think that this movie felt really different from the rest of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, mainly in its tone. For the Marvel Cinematic Universe is mostly known for being super funny, very lighthearted and stuff like that, more sort of family-friendly superhero fare, even though there's still really good movies. That's not an insult to those movies at all. This movie, it just felt different. It's not just the whole black aspects, the way the tone was, the way it was directed, it took itself really seriously in the story, even though it's not like this is just a super serious movie. There's humor here and there. It is funny in parts, but just the way that they treated this character in the story, they took it really seriously. And it's not the whole joke fest that some Marvel movies are, like Guardians and Thor. None taken away from those movies because those are good movies, but I really appreciated that this movie was something different. And another thing that really stood out to me was the villain. I mean, I had seen just I had briefly seen like a headline saying that this villain Killmonger was the MCU's probably maybe might be the MCU's best villain, and I was like, what? This villain played by Michael B. Jordan. You've seen him in the trailers. I just thought he was just gonna be some throwaway villain, but this hype ended up being real because he ended up being just such a great character and villain. I mean, just his story. I ain't gonna get into any spoilers, but they just did him so right. Michael B. Jordan, he was just fantastic in this movie. The whole cast was good. I didn't really mention Boseman, Black Panther himself. He does a great job. And the supporting cast, I mean, this cast is unbelievable. You got Lupita Nyong'o, you got Forrest Whitaker, Angela Bassett, a few other smaller name black actors like the brother from Get Out. He was great in this. Just the entire cast is so good. I should have gone more into them when I was talking about those positive aspects early on. But this movie, the whole cast was just phenomenal. And shout out to some other your non-black characters like Andy Serkis coming in as Claw. He was pretty good. He was actually pretty funny in this movie, so he was good also. So yeah, everything comes together to create just a really epic story. This is the MCU's Lion King, I'll call it. That's what it felt like to me in a really good way. just because this movie is just it just works. It's such a great experience. So for my score, I was going between a 9 and a 9.5. In the end, I think, oh man, this is tough. I'm gonna go with a 9. A 9, just to be safe. You never want to get too excited just first coming out of a movie, but yeah, I'm super positive about this one. And that's not me just giving a pity score just because this is your first big black superhero blockbuster and I'm obviously black. No, I'm not gonna give out a pity score. This movie, it just works, and the hype behind it is real just because it nails every aspect that they were hoping to do. And so, yeah, just really good. And also that soundtrack, man, that soundtrack. A lot of people just wanted to see the movie for the soundtrack. The soundtrack definitely does deliver. The moments when that Kendrick Lamar pops in is really good, and that All the Stars song, that song's been stuck in my head for a while. Definitely be stuck in your head when you're coming out of this movie. I'll just put it that way. So yeah, that's my review for Black Panther. Really, really enjoyable movie. Had a great time watching it with my pops. I hope y'all enjoyed this review. Leave your comments, tell me what you thought about the movie, and I'll see y'all around with another vid.